Hanoi is not only an attractive tourist destination for many domestic and foreign tourists, but also a potential market for tourism development. A lot of tourists have decided to invest into new business ideas after having enjoyable experience here in Hanoi. Rezma Rahman is a 20-year-old girl who used to work at the British channel BBC. After 3 years, she quit her job to travel the world. After her trip to Southeast Asia, she decided to stay in Vietnam. The place left her the deepest emotion. Rezma decided to stick with Hanoi and carry out her own business, See You at Lily's Hostel, along with other partners in Vietnam. The service is intended for the very special customers, backpackers. In our program today, we will have a talk to Rezma Rahman to learn more about her exciting experience in Vietnam.
Hello and welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 NETVIET. So that is the first introduction clip about Rezma Rahman, a British girl who is currently developing her own business with Vietnamese partners in Hanoi. And right now she'll have more interesting sharing about her story in Vietnam and her business. Thank you, Rezma, for joining our program today. So as I know that you have been moved to Vietnam for a while, so how is your life right now? And have you got used to living here?
My life right now is very hectic. It's very busy and it's changed a lot since I've been here. I mean, I come from London, from the UK, so since then things have changed a lot. You have the best coffee in Hanoi, so that makes me happy, so that makes me comfortable. It's a comfortable lifestyle here, for sure.
So the last time I saw you on the website, I thought you were Indian. Is that right?
I know, a lot of people think that I'm Indian or South American or something when they see my name or when they see my face. Yes. And then as soon as they hear my accent, they hear that I'm British. So the story, I guess, behind that is that my grandparents moved to London in the early 70s, I guess. And then my parents were born in London and I was born in London.
So you are 100% British, right?
Yes.
Yes. So why did you decide to quit your job at BBC and start your journey to Vietnam?
I started working for BBC and sort of working in TV from quite a young age, from about the age of 18. And then since then, I've also had the dream about opening a hostel in Southeast Asia, and the opportunity came, so I took it. So I left everything behind. I left my job, I left my friends and family to come and do this. So it was a huge step. I just thought, take the leap, why not?
Right. So can you share more about your startup in Hanoi, See You at Lily's Hostel?
So See You at Lily's is a very small hostel here, but we've been rated by Two Monkeys Travel, one of the best hostels in the whole of Vietnam. And we're one of the top 5 hostels on TripAdvisor as well, out of 228 hostels, I think, in the whole of Hanoi. And we've only been open for 6 months so far. So for me, that's a big progression as a really young sort of hostel owner. My hostel has different sort of vibes, so we're very artistic. We have a lot of artwork all over the hostel. I employ a lot of artists to come and do the work, and we're just super chilled here. I'm a backpacker myself, I'm a traveller as well, so I share the same sort of feelings of all the travellers that come here. And this isn't just a hostel, this is a home as well. This is a home for all our travellers.
And I just wonder, why did you and your partners decide to set up a hostel for backpackers in Hanoi?
I target backpackers and young sort of budget travellers because I've been there myself. I've been travelling on a budget on like barely any money. So it's important for me that those guests sort of enjoy their time here, even if it's on a budget. And I'm not the kind of person to just stay in 5-star hotels and stuff like that. I like to just come to hostels and meet social people, bubbly people. I want to meet like-minded people. So I want my guests to be like-minded. I want them to have fun here, We attract a certain sort of audience here. We attract very intelligent, fun, cool people from all over the world. We have a really nice crowd here, and that's what I like to attract, and I think that's what See You at Lily's attracts as well. People that are interested in culture and artwork and things like that.
Like many other days of the week, Rezma goes to See You at Lily's hostel to work. She often meets a lot of tourists who book rooms and tours in Vietnam. Inspire being founded 6 months ago, Rezma Hostel always receives a large number of customers every day. Therefore, her life right now is quite busy with a full-time schedule. However, that does not make her tired, but happy.
I think that works really well in a business, having people who are different characters, because we just have different perspectives on things. She's very good with marketing, very good with social media. She's kind of had some training and experience in that, so she's really great asset to the business for that.
The difference of See You at Lily is the interior style. As an artist and painting lover, Rezma herself decorated the walls with colorful and bohemian pictures. Besides, she also called for foreign artists to come here for decoration. In return, they will get free stay or join events at Rezma Hostel. Apart from dorm rooms, See You at Lily's also has double rooms with high quality and good customer service.
The service, it's really nice service. The people, both the Westerners that work here and the Vietnamese people, very nice and friendly. This area that we're in right now, the communal area, it's really good for meeting people like myself, a traveler, a foreigner. It's nice to meet other foreigners and kind of talk, and I'm also alone, so it's nice to, it's a really good space right here to meet other people like myself, and I think that's what I look for in a hostel.
See You at Lily's is located in one of the central streets, having the greatest number of hostels and hotels in Hanoi. This also means that Rezma has to compete with other competitors here. However, she does not consider this a disadvantage. In contrast, she believes that the cooperation will contribute to the overall development of Hanoi tourism sector and bring better service to customers.
Yeah, I mean, the business environment in Hanoi, I think Vietnam is becoming a more and more popular place for people to visit. I hear that from travel agent friends back in the UK. So they're saying Vietnam is becoming more popular, which I think is great for Vietnam, great for Hanoi. And also I think the competitiveness between hostels, the competitive environment in Hanoi is actually very good for, well, good for the tourists, because it means that everyone's trying harder to make their hostel even better.
In the long term, Rezma and her business partners desire to make See You at Lily's from a hostel to a place that everyone can share their passion for traveling and arts. Above all, Rezma wants to share her story in Vietnam with youngsters, hoping that they will be motivated to cope with challenges and realize their dreams.
Coming back to our talk today, so how do you develop your own startup as hostels to match with customers' needs?
As a young hostel owner, I don't have a lot of money compared to a lot of the bigger companies around here, but we work, so our hostel is booked out almost every single night. We're fully booked. People resonate with that sort of idea, so when they see us on Facebook, they see that a 21-year-old backpacker did this, so they want to come here and stay. So we do a lot of marketing through Facebook, Instagram. We're very well connected with our guests, so we always upload funny pictures or what's happening in the hostel or pictures from my birthday party, stuff like that. So people stay connected with us online. And I think that's what gives us the high rankings, because when people sort of come here and they see that this is exactly what it's like, we tell people the truth and it's honest here. So I think that's why we've got one of the best rankings, and we're rated like 5 stars on TripAdvisor and stuff like that.
So I know that there's a lot of hostels and restaurants in Hanoi right now. You got a lot of competitors, and even in this side of our quarter. So how did you make it different and unique?
We're very open to our guests. We're very welcoming. We're very interactive as well. And a lot of my guests are very young, so they're about my age. So we have like an instant connection. And I'm from London, and my team are predominantly Vietnamese, but they all speak English very well. So we have this really nice sort of combination of like the West and the East together, working together here. And we all share, you know, jokes together, we have a laugh, and we all interact with our guests a lot. I think that's so important in any business, in any sort of hospitality business, that we are passionate about our jobs. If you don't give it 100% or more, it's not going to work. When I've been here, I've definitely felt a connection, and also because I met my business partner here. And I remember talking to her 2 years ago and just saying, oh, like, what are property prices like, and what is it like to start a business here? And it was just an idea at the time. I just took the opportunity because right now is the time for Vietnam.
So what do you think about the potential of this startup in Hanoi? Why the number of the backpackers coming to Hanoi is increasing every year?
We've felt a rapid sort of change in the last few months, that we're booked out almost every night. So it's something that I have to take into consideration, because I had a plan in my mind to maybe open more hostels in the future. But maybe I'll have to do it a little bit sooner now, or change up my rooms and the style here, maybe have more dorm rooms instead of private rooms. But with more and more backpackers and travellers coming to Vietnam, I think that gives us an opportunity to show travellers what we have and what we can do here. And like already in the last 6 months, we've become quite established. I think people are starting to know who See You at Lily's is and what sort of company we are.
Can you share more about your plan in Vietnam? And do you want to stay longer in this country?
I don't know anymore. When I first came here, I had this romantic idea in my head that I'll learn a new language, start a business, meet a lot of people here, and I have a very, very busy lifestyle. Also, for a young person like me, I think Hanoi is a great place to live in terms of everything is a little bit more affordable for me here, and it's a little bit easier to express what I want here. So it's definitely a better place to start a business. So essentially, yes, I would love to stay in Vietnam long term. I love this place. I can definitely see myself living here long term.
Thank you, Rezma, for sharing. And that is also the end of our program Sharing Vietnam. Rezma's story is just a typical one, showing the interests of the foreign tourists and the expats coming to Vietnam to visit a different tourist destinations and start up their own business here due to the potential of this developing country. For comments and feedbacks, please send it to sharingvietnam@netviet.net. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.